An opportunity to talk to Chaos is something I can't afford to waste. They must be the most elusive, capricious of all the aspirations.
Brava, dearie, brava! Fancy seeing you here.
You? And my mother?
Yeah, I figured as much.
What can I say? I'm a card.
How? Why?
Why? Because we fell in love. As a matter of fact, she seduced me. I wanted to remain aloof, unattainable. But your mother, she has her ways. What, did you think I bewitched her? Cast an evil love spell? Oh no, dearie. Sorry to disappoint.
So why then? Why did you imprison truth?
To end the Age of Glory.
Their painted face is eerie in its sudden stillness.
The others wouldn't exactly have approved of my methods, and without truth, they were blind to my little scheme.
Chaos stares at me unblinkingly, their face blank. There's something in that gaze that reminds me of my mother. A glint of calculating scrutiny reflected in a funhouse mirror. If they expected me to turn away, they'll be disappointed.
Ursula chose me as the new reigning aspiration, but we were robbed of the chance to follow through.
Ah.
I'm afraid the glorious age of chaos is on the back burner at the moment. The priority now is simply to end Glory's reign.
Oh, is that what... Let me see, where is it? Is that what, where is that? No, I don't have it here. That little thing that I'm giving power to all the aspirations. The one that I think Bond is winning right now. So right now the current champion is... It's the Age of Glory. That's the aspiration that has the most power now. And he wanted the power. Okay, I got it.
A mortal construct has its hooks in glory, and deeply. One with which you are fast becoming familiar.
MK?
Rhymes with phono sunburn.
I take a few moments just to process this, to visualize the many implications and the interweaving paths I've been crossing in the augural. Chaos seems to be getting impatient with me.
I'm sorry, was that too easy? Would you rather answer my riddles 3?
Absolutely not.
What do you call an aspiration without a Gregor?
No riddles, please.
The answer is desperate, Harmony. Desperate.
Their eyes glitter with paint-streaked sockets.
Would you look at the time? I really must be going. Toodles!
In the heart of paper. Okay, wait, so is... Let me see, wait a minute. Heart screen. Yeah, okay, so that's Glory. Truth. So, is Glory serving Hold on. Codex. Society. Monoconser, right? That's what he said, right? So, is Glory working with... I didn't understand that. So, Glory's working with MK? Is that it? Is that the human structure he was talking about? Okay, anyway, I'll figure it out. They'll tell me again. Okay, so Act 3, Chapter 1, In the Heart of Paper. Use chaos to dispose of glory. Cooperate with the aspirations. Ooh. And this would be have bond or chaos. This would be have bliss, truth, or power. Chaos is too dangerous. It could hurt your world. Or chaos. Wow, this one's weird. I'm surprised bond is with chaos in this one. Alright, we'll see how it goes. Okay, home, sour, weird mood, Laszlo's wrath, Nora's fury. Okay, let's just start here. I'll see the rest as they come along. As eccentric as they are, I'm glad I talked to Chaos. It helps me understand my mother a little better, but it's still a lot to take in. Interesting. Okay, so the reigning... So the one... So I'm guessing the aspiration with the most egregore is Glory right now. And technically, by me doing choices, I'm giving power to one as well, which right now the one in lead would be Bond. I return from Reverie to find the Naiads divided. We all retired to our separate rooms for the night. No one spoke, not even to say goodbye. I don't remember falling asleep. Also, no one saw my mother or commented on it. So I'm pretty sure she can't be seen. Only I'm seeing her. I do remember the flashes of reverie that flickered through my mind as I tossed and turned. Impossible landscapes, incredible vistas, vivid surges of light, glowing and refracting, a throne of sun-bleached bone, a shattered silhouette made whole, a heartbeat. In the morning, I find Laszlo and Nora in the kitchen. No sign of Ursula. Here we go. I'm gonna mention something about Ursula, and they're gonna say, "What are you talking about? We didn't see her last night." Laszlo's wrath. Nora's fury. It's always a risk interacting with other people and living in a community. Weird mood. You should have gone my way. Well, truth's way. Now you don't know what could have been. Your loss. Wait, do I have to go through all of these? Laszlo's fury. You're free to go my way. Weird mood. Nora's fury. It's always a risk interacting. Wait, conditions here? Wait, so I can't... Oh, I can't do this. Okay, so it's not Laszlo's path. Delving deep into people's secrets to find Ursula. And relying mostly on your own skills to look for Ursula. And Nora's Fury. Bond opened a path into Chaos Maze for you. Okay, so this is Nora's Fury then. I find Laszlo alone by the stove, microwaving some hot chocolate for Nora. She won't come out of her room, neither will Ursula.
Nora's of the opinion your mother's actions are unforgivable.
Okay, so they did see her. Okay, never mind. My bad. The microwave emits 3 loud beeps.
And you?
Laszlo shrugs.
To be honest, Polly, it just reminds me of your mum going away when you were a kid. And even before that. I didn't bother to look for her back in the day. Knew she'd be back when she was ready. But this time, it felt different. Made me nervous. When you were a kid, your mum always disappeared for a reason, and she'd always be back. With help or money or something useful.
That was when she was Harmony, right?
I remember.
Back then, her unannounced absences were less disruptive. But that was when she was... that was when she always came back and sorted things out in the end. She would sometimes leave a note in advance or a message on the answering machine after the fact. And even when she didn't, she wasn't gone for weeks on end without a word. Nothing like this.
Nora was too young to remember. She doesn't understand it. So she's upset. Can't blame her. And your mum doesn't like feeling vulnerable. So they're both holed up in their rooms for now.
Okay, never mind. So they did see her. I just found it weird that no one talked to her last night. It just said, oh, everyone went to their rooms. But I guess they did see her.
What about you? How are you holding up?
I guess you summed it all up. Am I mad? Yes. Am I surprised? Nope.
So we did Nora's Fury, Weird Mood, and Laszlo's Wrath. I'm guessing Weird Mood would be if I had picked Chaos Path and we knew that it was for another lover, and Laszlo's Wrath if we didn't go his way. Stay with Laszlo, spend time with Nora. She might have something important to say. Stay with Laszlo. This unlocks confront Ursula. This one says mention Nora. Time to talk. Empathize with Ursula. Demand answers. Mention Nora. I guess I should... I mean, Laszlo seems to be holding on pretty well. But this unlocks confront Ursula, which might be good. Try to empathize. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's spend time with Nora. I'm not gonna try and overanalyze it by looking at the future too much. I find Nora at the bottom of the empty pool, right after breakfast. She's scrolling through her phone and doesn't seem to want to be disturbed. Ursula still hasn't come out of her room.
We can't avoid her forever.
You go. I'm not sure how I'd react to her right now.
That's fair.
I sit down next to her and try to stretch my legs. Every fiber of my body feels tense.
I don't want to say anything I'll regret. I have all these questions, but I don't know if I really want the answers.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
We're living in constant and uncomfortable uncertainty. It's taking its toll on everyone.
I'm going to try and talk to her.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, that's there. Time to talk now. I can't stand her silence anymore. I head to Ursula's door and knock a few times. No answer. I call her name.
What is it, Polyhymnia?
She knows how much I hate that name, but she always uses it. I knock again without replying, and at last she opens the door. She looks wary. Her eyes catch on the necklace around my neck. She makes a point of showing she's noticed it. She knows how much more. She knows I know much more than I've let on. I thought she might shy away from it. Instead, she suggests we have a chat.
I'm sure you have so many questions. So many old wounds you'd like to reopen. I will tell the truth. My truth. Although, there are certain things I'd like to keep to myself.
Sure. Acceptable.
For example, chaos?
There we go.
Ah, so they told you. Not exactly surprising, but inconvenient.
For you.
My love for chaos is indeed a forbidden topic. It's too fresh, too strong to put into words.
Uh-huh.
You may be Reverie's new oracle, but you're still my daughter.
So? It feels so strange hearing that title in my mother's voice.
I suppose they told you about Gloria's little dalliance with Monoconcern, too.
Ah, see, so it is. So Glory's little dalliance with MK. Damn, so Glory serves MK? No wonder they got so powerful.
How did you...
No? Well, that started before I was cast out. Back then it was a minor issue, but now it is everything.
But no, I can't get distracted. I dropped my entire life on the mainland, my studies, my work, my friends, all to come looking for her. And now I've found her. My presence has barely registered. She hardly seems to care at all. This is why I left in the first place. Okay. Interesting. What is Ursula's endgame? I can't unlock this. This node is inevitable, must be played to unlock the other nodes. Unlocked by a hidden node. Try to empathize. Unlocked by a steps towards redemption. Unlocked with stay with Laszlo. All these are locked. That's locked, that's locked, that's locked. The only one I have unlocked is mention Nora right now. She's been really hurt. I tell Ursula about Nora's reaction. For a while, she doesn't speak.
Nora and I have a lot in common. Much more than I thought. She'll understand.
I can't help but be a bit jealous. I'm not sure my mother would ever say the same about me.
She'll surprise you too.
I don't understand what this is supposed to mean, but Ursula won't say anything more.
I'm sorry to have scared all of you. Call it abandonment if you must, but I did not intend to come back.
Okay.
Do you really think I went to MKHQ on a whim?
No, probably not. Okay, then just say, what's up with MK then? Her expression is firm and resolute.
I left to stop them.
Okay.
I wanted to use their technology to return to Reverie for good.
That much I got. And how are we gonna stop them?
And to break the connection they fostered with Glory.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Did you find any leads?
She scowls, not necessarily at me, just at the world in general, the usual.
I did not have enough time. I need not remind you of the interruption.
Interruption. You were gone for 2 weeks. If you didn't do shit in 2 weeks, you weren't gonna do shit in one more day.
But I'm quite certain of MK's involvement. Their courtship of Reverie must end. The partnership with Glory has already given too much power to Monoconcern.
Okay. MK and Reverie gain 1 truth crystal. The last straw. Lose 1. Timer 4. Timer 3. Okay, interesting. What about Jade? It's fun to meet new people, but these two don't have much in common. Gain 1 bliss. What about Jade? And what does Jade have to do with any of this? I mean, I don't care about this. MK and Reverie.
Yes. They managed to reach out to Glory, thanks to a substance and some people. Part of Atena's population has always been able to see the future. It was a gift from the aspirations to our island. This ability is enhanced by a substance called egregor.
She nods at the flash of recognition that crosses my face.
MK found out. They modified egregor to make it even more potent. And they started conducting tests on people to see if they would respond to it.
Okay, so those were the tests of healthcare they were doing. They were just trying to find people that could actually see the future and give them egregor.
These subjects, the Prescients, became vessels. They could speak Glory's words to MK. This has been going on for a few years. And as a result, MK's power has grown. How do you stop a company that receives help from a god? You can't.
I can understand her cynicism after what she experienced, but I don't think the aspirations are gods. Okay. What about Jade? Who cares about Jade? Mention Nora's brochure. She received these documents about MK's programs. Yeah, exactly, the healthcare ones. I tell Ursula about the brochures Nora's received, about how she discussed overtures from MK with me and then with Jade, who warned her off with no uncertain terms. Ursula remains silent for a while.
Do not underestimate the amount of data MK has on the residents of Athena. It would follow that they use this data to select targets and appeal to them accordingly.
I hope they'll leave her alone.
Could Nora be a prescient? I won't say it loud. I'm afraid she'd be mad if I revealed what might be a risky secret. Ursula doesn't say anything more. The silence between us stretches on. She seems to expect something from me. I've only got so much time before she gets tired of this. Ursula's getting annoyed. Maybe I should limit my questions for the moment, but I have so many things to ask her. Well, I mean, yeah, let's, what about Jade? Ursula knew about the prescience and the egregor.
I knew that MK had begun to communicate with Glory, but it would be some time before I understood how. Athena's prescients are usually unable to communicate directly with aspirations. They can only do so because of MK's modified egregor.
Okay.
And, for quite a while, I had no idea such a substance existed.
It's news to me, too.
This new egregor, what does modified mean here?
In all honesty, I still don't know. It's more potent, that's for sure. Concentrated. It appears to have had an effect on Glory. She was never one for solitude, but now she's locked herself away in that pyramid of hers.
Or something's trapped her there.
When I met Jade, she mentioned medical tests, MK and egregor, and I could guess what they'd been up to. But that's the extent of my knowledge. I have been trying to return to Reverie for the past 20 years.
Jesus.
I knew that it was in danger, that it needed me, and now that I could communicate with it again. I cooperated with MK, hoping to find a way to return to Reverie and to free Glory from their grasp. I know how it sounds. I can hear myself, and I'm not proud.
She pauses for a moment, hands wringing themselves around one another.
After several weeks, I realized how wrong I was. The prescience, the modified egregor, was doing something to them. So I decided to escape to Reverie. From there, I thought I could...
I could what? She intended to stay there with Chaos, leave us all behind, live a magical life of eternal love and her beloved aspiration. Exactly, like what were you planning on doing over there? She doesn't finish her sentence, and then she simply waves her hand through the air in my general direction.
I was so close to success when you interrupted.
Oh, please. There's a note in her voice that rings of pain and sorrow and missed opportunities. She's wounded, and I won't attack now. I won't attack, ever. Are you kidding me? I would have attacked. It's gossip time. Wait. Jade's secret. Jade. Yeah, okay, but Jade is, hold on. Codex. I'm forgetting. Jade is this girl, right? Yeah, Jade is, yeah. Laszlo, Omar, Yana. And I'm still missing one more. Okay, yeah. Do I really want to be talking about Jade right now? Gain 1 chaos. It's gossip time. Which secret will we learn today? Jade's secret. I know this face. It's about to put an end to discussion. Ursula's getting annoyed, the last straw. So if I ask her this, I'm going to lose 1 chaos. So what's the point? If I do this, I gain 1 chaos, but then I lose 1 chaos by doing this. No, I'm just gonna move forward. She's getting annoyed. I shouldn't press her any forward, or she'll close off. She's giving me that look of hers, eyes narrowed, brows raised, lips pressed into a terse line. I can almost hear her saying, "You're trying my patience now."
Let's just move on.
By all means.
Great. Alright, step towards redemption. Ursula reflects on the people she's hurt. Ursula sits down next to me and lets out a long sigh.
I will apologize to all of you.
That's the least you could do.
I'm sorry, Polyhymnia. Yes, I was being selfish, and the plan was absurd, but it almost worked.
Yeah, almost is not really a success.
And if it had, this whole island would be rid of MK by now.
Mm-hmm.
You would all have been better off. For me, it was a one-way ticket to Reverie. But what is one life when you're acting for the benefit of thousands?
Look at you being all Jesus Christ about this. I never thought of it like that before. I would have lost my mother for good if her plan had succeeded. We look at each other for a moment, not in opposition or agreement. We simply assert one another. It's almost surreal. Okay, so she was just gonna break the link and then jump to the other side. Is that it?
Now, we have other matters to discuss.
Okay, so that did that, right? And now... a step towards redemption. Okay, so what do we have now? Okay, so now this jumps to all the way back here now. Try to empathize with Ursula, confront Ursula. Being angry isn't important now. I just want to understand. I tell her so. Silence follows. As always, I have no idea if it means she's relieved or disapproving. She always thought I was too soft, too gullible, not assertive enough. I think she always wanted me to do better than her, but I never managed to live up to her standards. She looks at the necklace again.
You're probably the only one who can understand exactly what happened. Who I can tell the whole truth.
Okay then. Her journey into Reverie. Ursula paved the path I am now taking. Strangely enough, Reverie is one of the few things we have in common.
Does your disappearance have anything to do with Reverie?
Ursula smiles at the mention of it.
Of course. I had a great deal of unfinished business there, and I loved being the Oracle. I loved it as much as I loved being a poet. I'm glad someone can understand now.
I've never seen her so nostalgic. Okay. Let me see. Okay, we have a timer of 2 for each one of these. Lasso was hiding something I did not want to dig up. Learning Ursula's secret by reading her missing poem. Oh. I can't see this, right? No, because I never saw the secret poem. Okay, why did it all end? Does she have any regrets? Why did it all end? What kind of oracle was she? What kind of oracle were you, actually? Her gaze lingers on the necklace.
I found the pendant while I was researching the Oxyons. I think someone, the previous oracle, intended for me to find it. Reverie had only been without an oracle for a short time.
When was this?
Oh, years ago, before you were born. Glory was the heart then. I knew I had to replace her, but I harbored no misgivings about her at the time.
Glory was the heart then. I knew I had to replace her, but I harbored no misgivings about her at the time. Okay, okay.
So what happened?
My opinion changed because of how she dealt with monoconcern. And Reverie itself changed my perception of the world. I wanted Chaos to be the new heart. No oracle had ever chosen them, not one.
Here's the thing. Do you just want Chaos to be the new heart simply because he's the best one, or simply because you're in love with him? That's my... Yeah, I don't know.
They were all too cautious.
And aren't you just too biased?
Unlike you.
Uh-huh.
Indeed. Chaos has the power to change the very fabric of our world. Radically.
Uh-huh. Sure. I'm gonna ask that, but for now, does she have any regrets? Why did it all end? I only know she didn't leave on purpose. Do you have any regrets? I don't really care if she has regrets. Actually, why did it all end? Yeah, why did it all end? My mother starts to laugh. It's not a sound I'm used to hearing, to be honest.
No need to beat around the bush. They must have told you. I was cast out. Chaos and I broke their rules and made quite a mess in our effort to go undetected.
They caught you?
We were reckless. At the time, most of the aspirations also liked Glory. They didn't approve of me growing apart from her, and from the heart. They had no suspicions about MK at all.
Okay. How does she feel now? Her relationship with Chaos? What's wrong with Glory? What's wrong with Glory? I mean, gain 1 Chaos, gain 1 Chaos. Do you have regrets? Okay, no, I can't. Ooh, and I guess I picked wrong, because now I could only go... Oh yeah, since I asked these two, I could only ask what's wrong with Glory now. Alright. Let's go for it. I haven't had the opportunity to get to know Glory yet, but Ursula has. She knows more about the situation than I do.
We were friends. Then MK showed up, and I tried to warn her that their motives were suspect. She didn't listen. When I reached out to her for support, she ignored me. If she had done something, I would probably still be the Oracle today. But she never liked me disagreeing with her.
Sounds familiar.
She let them condemn me and Chaos.
She chuckles.
I confess, I thought you'd be less professional here, Polyhymnia. I'm glad you're taking your role as Oracle so seriously.
Okay, saving Reverie. She suddenly looks at me with sadness. Ursula tells me that when she was the Oracle, she eventually spent more time in Reverie than in Brittle. So is that why I was always alone as a child? Because she was always in reverie? She believed that helping the aspirations cooperate, encouraging them to act on humanity was the best way forward.
For a while, I intended to return to Reverie to make amends, to ask them to forgive me. When I was cast out, I felt like I had lost everything, and that never quite faded away. But right now, Reverie needs to be saved. MK has tightened its hold on Reverie. I'm worried about Glory. And yes, I did want to be reunited with Chaos. That, I acknowledge, may sound silly to you, but it isn't to me. I'm not asking you to understand or even to respect it.
Good, because I don't. Okay, saving Reverie. Okay, so that covers that. And now we go here, the end of Glory. Ursula takes a long breath. She tells me she's going to explain what happened in more detail.
You have questions, of course. And I expect you've received some information you hardly know how to handle. I will explain in greater detail, but I ask that you don't interrupt me for the time being.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I nod. This is familiar territory. We went over the don't interrupt me directive often enough when I was growing up.
Shortly before I was made to leave Reverie, MK managed to locate an access point to Reverie. At the time, I had no clue how they had done it. Glory didn't see an issue. Quite the contrary, in fact. She had brought so much progress to humanity, she thought the two worlds merging was the natural next step. So, she began to help them. Glory acted as the most potent influencing tool you can imagine. She made people want more, always more. She predicted the future and swayed their dreams.
My discussion with Chaos is starting to make more sense.
I already hated MK. They were turning Athena into some kind of grotesque amusement park. It was all about expensive products, new technologies, influence, and appearances. They raised the cost of everything, while their employees struggled to survive on minimum wage. And now, they own half of Athena. They have direct control of entertainment and advertisements, so we are under their thumb. People give them money, labor, opportunity. All MK offers in return is an illusion. Monoconcern sells them a dream at an impossible price. That they can one day reach the life they aspire to, a life filled with leisure and success. A life where they will be wanted. A life with meaning and purpose. But in reality, this success is only to be enjoyed by a few. The rest of us are condemned to inadequacy. Condemned to work and push forward, only to realize we'll never be enough. Never reach the dream dangling like a carrot on a stick, because it does not exist.
Talk about inadequacy. This speech is the most my mother has designed to speak to me in years.
And now MK cannot be stopped. I know they corrupted Glory. And while Glory is in power, people cannot outgrow that dream. Aspirations send dreams to people. They inspire goals. People won't stop yearning for more while Glory reigns. And now, she is little more than MK's puppet.
Okay. Thanks for the lore dump. The beast with two heads. Ursula finally opens up, but now what? Alright. I tell Ursula about the situation in Reverie.
The other aspirations are worried about Glory. They can't reach her at all.
They're right to worry. I don't know what MK's modified egregor is doing to her, but she's likely not in good shape. No matter what you'll do next, Polyhymnia, I must warn you, I aim to continue with my plan. I want Glory deposed, and I want MK out of Reverie.
For the first time since the beginning of this conversation, I can hear the aspirations whispering at the back of my mind. Okay. Okay. So I have here... What do I have here? Pity for the selfish. I know more about Ursula and Jade's relationship. The rain misses the clouds. I can't do this one, can I? A scornful reaction. I followed Power's advice. I know how Ursula was. A pity for the selfish. I could do this one. I could do this one. A rain misses the clouds. Have 2 chaos. I can't just get to know your mother's plan. Things don't happen by mistake. I don't have 2 chaos for that though. Trust isn't built on lies. MK and Reverie are far more related than anticipated. And what does she think of what she did? Okay. So the only ones, truth isn't built in, pity for the selfish. You know what? I'm gonna go with truth isn't built on lies. Truth's buried temple. Oh, okay. So I could choose which aspiration I wanted to talk to. And I picked truth. I think I prefer truth over power and bliss, to be honest. Despite their usual icy aloofness, truth seems vulnerable. Their stare is piercing, as though they're trying to compensate for what they can't see.
Be careful with her, Harmony. Your mother is a human playing God. She and Chaos threaten the very balance of Reverie. And now look at us. Uneven. Discordant. I forgive Chaos for imprisoning me. It is their nature. But to see how little our former Oracle has changed, it saddens me.
Okay. Ursula isn't surprised by Truth's reaction. She smiles a little. I don't tell her that Truth sounds a bit intimidated.
Truth is certainly hoping you don't turn out to be a copy of your mother.
I don't think we need to worry about that. Have 1 bond. Oh, wait. Ooh. Admit her plan was good. But for this one, I needed truth isn't built on lies, and I needed 1 bond for this. How was Reverie before? Gain 1 chaos. And for this one, I need 2, right? Let me see. Pity for the selfish, a scornful reaction. Let's do pity for the selfish. Bliss is unbreakable egg. Jesus Christ. Bliss tucks her great gamepad into one of her voluminous pockets and cocks her head to one side, thinking,
I understand. I'd have been gutted to be cut out of Reverie. I mean, it's much more fun here, and Ursula loved us. But she didn't think about us. We starved without an Oracle to bring us a Gregor. And no Gregor means we're half the aspirations we used to be, Sprout. It sucks, though. I feel sorry for her.
Alright. Ursula isn't surprised to hear this.
Do you think I have no self-awareness? I know I was selfish, but I felt like I had lost everything. I didn't think I'd refuse to let go of my ties to Reverie, but I did.
And finally, a scornful reaction. Power stronghold. Power radiates a sense of stony hatred.
Your mother thought she was stronger than all of us. She could have looked for a new oracle to help us. Instead, she refused to accept her fate, and she sought her own solution to our problem. Very presumptuous of her.
Ursula asks me what I'm hearing. When I repeat it to her, she laughs.
Easy to say for someone who banished me from Reverie on the basis of some obscure celestial inhibition. There was nothing actually preventing me from being with Chaos. The aspirations just didn't think a human was good enough.
Okay, so that's all I got, right? Yeah, because I don't have 2 chaos, I don't have 2 this. I can't unlock this, and I can't unlock this. How was Reverie before? Admit her plan was good. Forgive her. Ugh, forgive her. Okay, so what do we have here? Show she can rely on you. Show her her flaws. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna show her her flaws. No, I don't need her to rely on me. I really don't. Show her her flaws. Instead of denying my anger, I embrace it. I have to tell her the truth.
You broke our trust. That hurt. But it hurt worse to see Laszlo and Nora in pain. Did you think we'd just move on? Never wonder where you'd gone? Never hoped you'd return? Did you think we'd forget you? Even when we came to get you, you were too proud to accept our help. Is it that inconvenient for us to love you? Is it such an imposition?
I'm getting too worked up. My composure's hanging on by a thread. I need to take a deep breath. She seems surprised to see me so mad. I don't think I've ever really gotten angry at her before. Never like this. Once I'm done speaking, she nods.
Fair enough, my dear. I'd be mad if I were you. I thought you were all used to me pulling these kind of stunts.
I just blew up at her. Why does she seem almost affectionate? Ursula ends the conversation. You had your fun, Polly, but your time is up. Whatever vulnerabilities I've managed to expose seem to disappear as Ursula regains her usual level of strict composure.
At least my time at MK HQ gave me an idea of what to do next. I'm not ready to share it yet. We'll discuss it tomorrow. After what you did, I'm certain MK knows we're onto them. Get ready, Polyhymnia. You probably won't need to keep your secrets much longer. We're going to need all the help we can muster.
Okay. Ursula smiles defiantly. Have 1 truth and 1 power. Gain 10 power and gain 10 truths. Hold on. What's the act overview here? What are the endings I'm actually going for? Gain 10 power or gain 10 truths? Ooh. So it's bond and chaos for one ending. Use chaos to dispose glory. Cooperate with the aspirations. Interesting. I have no idea where I'm really going with this. Alright, go back. Go back to... Wait, go back to... Go back to... The battle begins. Go back to chapter 1. Okay, have 1 truth. Ursula smiles. The power was right. She tried to resist your words, but you left her no choice but to hear them. Ursula tells me more. Have 3 chaos, but I don't have that. Or Ursula takes my hand. You failed to show her how she impacts others around here. Have 1 bliss and 1 bond. I don't. Ursula smiles defiantly. Ursula takes my hand. Ursula tells me more. You missed all the important things. You should have chosen my way. Yeah, alright. Let's get pissed off at her. Screw it. Ursula stares at me for a moment. There's a sparkle in her eyes. She looks at the pendant hanging on my chest again. Jesus, she really wants that pendant, doesn't she? She wants to yank it from my freaking neck.
You've changed.
She makes it sound like a good thing.
You've become an adult. A grown woman. You saw on the Orgrill that the conversation could go this way, and you chose this path.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. She knows I can see the future, yet I am deciding to fight with her.
You chose to challenge me. I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, exactly. Ursula smiles. Right choice, Oracle. Ursula smiles defiantly. New horizons, perfectly balanced. Have 2 chaos. This is the beginning of a much broader quest. New horizon, perfectly balanced. Nah, you don't deserve to know what it is. Chaos is such a dick. Nah, you don't deserve to know what it is. Have 2 chaos crystals. Alright, new horizons it is then. Ursula stands up.
You've set foot on a cosmic path, but you've only just begun. And now you know you have an enemy to face to preserve Reverie and Brittle. How you accomplish this is up to you alone. I have my own ideas about how to proceed. I'd like us to work together. But again, that's up to you.
She walks me to the door. I'm not sure what to think. Alright, last one, end of chapter. Ooh, Act 3, Chapter 2. How many chapters is it? Act 3, yeah, 3 chapters for this one. Alright, let's get this one started. Yana's warning. Something wakes me up in the middle of the night. Ooh. Yana's probably gonna call, saying that MK is probably searching for me. There's a buzz at my side. I pull myself out of bed and take a quick look at the time. It's 4 a.m. I grab my phone. Yana, I need to see you. Now. My heart skips a beat as I text them back. The beach, 20 minutes. Okay. Outside, the air is slightly chilly. Apart from the waves crashing onto the sand, the island is quiet.
Listen, I don't have long.
Good morning to you, too.
What happened at the ruins? It's causing a stir. A big one.
MK's going to strike back. If so, we're ready.
No, Polly, you don't understand. They're out for blood. For real.
Do they know about our connection?
I don't think so. I managed to delete our last conversation, and they don't have any reason to suspect me.
They come closer. I wish I could reach out and touch them.
MK wasn't always like this. They're a huge corp, but they had systems in place to protect civilians.
What's changed then? Because look around. Look at what's happening. People have good reason to hate them.
A few years ago, they started pouring a ton of money and energy into the Oxyon ruins. Like they were steering the ship in a new direction. And MK's a big ship. You can't turn it around in one night.
I realize I've never seen Yana this uncertain, but they're maintaining their composure, even if their job may be in jeopardy in the future.
They call it Project Loom.
Somewhere out there, a marketing intern just gotten their wings.
Okay, not the reaction I was expecting. Did you know about this?
I might have had an inkling. Don't ask. Seriously.
Well, whatever you did down there in the temple, it's messed with their plans.
They grab my hand.
I needed to warn you now because I can't be seen here. I can't see you. Not for now. I need to lie low for a while, but I'll try to do as much as I can to help you all from where I am.
Thank you, Yana. It means a lot.
They flash me a smile and immediately turn and walk away. I stand there alone for a solid minute. Project Loom, Yana, whatever happened to Ursula, I need advice, Reverie. All the aspirations are here, gathered around the heart. Glances, smiles, awkward looks, the tension is thick.
My mother was right. Glory and MK are working together.
A murmur ripples around the group.
I don't have all the details, but it can't be a coincidence. Whatever's happening to my island is because of Glory.
Has anyone got a camel handy? I just found this lovely straw.
She must be found and listened to before we do anything that cannot be undone. We have no idea what is happening in her sanctuary.
She may be a prisoner, or she could be manipulating people from beyond Reverie.
Sounds like someone needs to break into that little sanctuary of hers.
Don't be stupid. That's impossible.
I raise my arms, requesting silence. It's time for me to make a decision and choose a path. Here are the other aspirations. What other way do they offer? Listen to chaos. They seem to have a good idea on what's going on. You know what? I mean, technically they said before, like, you can't enter Aspiration's home base unless you're invited, right? So how would you break into one? I actually want to listen to what Chaos has to say. I have a feeling that of all the aspirations, Chaos is the only one I can turn to.
Chaos? What are you thinking? Why can't we get into Glory's sanctuary?
I get the feeling the others don't appreciate the priority I'm giving Chaos.
We aspirations have one golden rule. One. Each sanctuary is protected, private, a special place that no other can enter uninvited. You may have noticed, but we're all unique. Some more than others. But each aspiration's sanctuary is their fortress.
So, how do we get into Glory's?
We can't. But you can. As the Oracle, you have access to all our homes, whether we like it or not.
Oh, I do?
But there's a catch.
Of course there is.
A catch?
Whatever those awful boars over at MK have done, it's sealed off Glory's sanctuary in a way that we've never seen. Sealed it off even from the Oracle.
So, what? That's it? Game over?
Oh, no, not at all. By injecting a huge amount of raw energy into the, let's call it the barrier that's surrounding Glory, you could break into her sanctuary.
The energy required. That amount of egregor. It could wound her severely. Kill her, perhaps.
This is madness. We exist because we work together. You know what happens when the balance is compromised. You've seen it before.
Indeed. Hard to forget who you became for a while, Power.
Whatever the history is between these two, it's getting in the way of solving our problem.
Enough! We need to find a way to help Glory without destroying her sanctuary. Or her...
Silence falls. After a few moments, Bond speaks up.
I believe Chaos is right.
Oh, you do? Bliss and Power can't hide their surprise. Only Truth seems to know where this is going.
We exist together. We are concepts, ideas, humanity's collective pasts, presents, and futures. Balance is not a purpose. It is a state. We lost it. We can find it again.
See? Even the tree hugger thinks I'm right.
Tree hugger?
Please. I need a minute to think. To digest everything you've said. To find a way to follow this plan.
It's barely a plan at all.
I touched the necklace.
Don't do anything while I'm away.
Okay, so that's why I need either Bond or Chaos Crystals. But what's the alternative if that's not the way to enter? I'm back at the Naiads. The sun's up now. The city's starting to awaken. There's so much to do, so much to think about. The aspirations may not be united, but I know they can support me. Because I can't do this alone. Okay, my question is, what's the other alternative? Use Chaos to dispose Glory. Cooperate with the aspirations. I hope we don't regret this. See, that's the problem. Use Chaos to dispose of Glory. But that would just kill her, right? Yeah, that would just kill her. Yeah, I don't like that we just kill Glory without talking to her first. Maybe she did serve MK, but now maybe she's actually being controlled now or something. Give her the benefit of the doubt before we just kill her. Break out the news. You're not expecting half of what's going to happen. I step inside. The day is off to as normal a start as possible. Laszlo's brewing coffee, chatting with Jade. Nora's complaining about the early alarm call. Ormar and Ursula are going over the notebook, rebinding its pages. I wave to my mother, beckoning her over. She stands and walks away from Omar. Nobody seems to notice.
Is everything all right? You seem...
Yana came by. They say MK's out for blood. Their words.
And strong words they are.
She seems to be thinking hard. Our discussion changed a lot of things. There's still a distance between us, but also a new kind of relationship.
I think perhaps it's time. No more secrets. No more hiding. Are you comfortable sharing everything? Here. Now.
It's still weird that no one of the family has talked to Ursula. I still find that weird. Comfortable? What a strange concept. The word might be coming to an end, and we're discussing comfort. But I nod, and she claps her hands, calling everyone over.
We have something we need to discuss today.
She's not lying. The next half hour is a deluge of new information for Jade, Nora, Laszlo, and Omar. The four of them stay silent, learning about aspirations, sanctuaries, hearts, and cycles. About another world. About what's coming for us.
I know that's a lot to take in. And I'm sorry I hid it all from some of you.
Looking at you, Nora, she's probably the only person in the room who didn't see this coming.
But there's an emergency. One of the aspirations, Glory, is trapped. We need to save her. We don't have all the facts, but we think MK's been using her powers to look into the future. All possible futures. And to grow strong, rich. They had all the power in the world, and they chose greed. Suffering. We need to move on them. The company and the aspiration are linked, one way or another.
With enough energy, enough egregor, we can blast our way into Glory's sanctuary, for want of a better term. I will admit the prescience may be affected by this release of energy. Needless to say, it will be a very delicate operation, and it will require organization.
For a moment, no one says anything. Then Jade stands, slowly, her hands trembling. She starts to speak.
Whatever's going on in your head, whatever happened in the ruins, I don't believe a word of this. Let's imagine the last hour wasn't everyone losing their collective mind. Let's say you're right, and everything you've told us is true. What exactly are we going to do?
It takes Ursula a second to find the right words.
From what I've gathered, the prescience collect and attract a certain type of energy. We want to change where the energy is directed. It might be difficult, since they've been trained to do it a certain way, again and again.
What do you mean, difficult? Will it hurt them?
Potentially.
So, you can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs, huh? Sacrifice the few for the many, blah blah blah.
Her cold anger is slowly transforming into something else.
No, we're going to act. All of us, together.
We need everybody's help.
Jade takes a few steps, then heaves a loud sigh.
My investigation is ready to go live. If we push it out today, we could change the way this island sees MK.
That would undoubtedly make a difference. But will it be enough? It's still playing by their rules. I've done that many, many times. It's time for something different. Something riskier, and...
She stops.
I'm sorry. My intention wasn't to make you uncomfortable. I
need a minute.
She steps out. Everybody's watching. I avoid my mother's eyes. That was tough. I'm glad my mother was able to see how she sounded. But something's bothering me. I still don't know where I'm going with all this, and it feels wrong. The confab. Everyone has an opinion. Or, what's the other thing? Timer, 2 turns, lose 1 bliss. A time to talk and 1 for act. Bliss, please, listen to everyone or they'll be hurt and hate you and never buy you pizza anymore. Thank you, Bliss, for that nice summary. Everyone has an opinion about this. Nora is anxious, Jade wants to leave. Ooh. Omar's prediction, everyone has a say. Okay. The confab, everyone has an opinion about this. I give everyone a quick smile and suggest we take a break. Nora disappears to her room without giving me so much as a backward glance. Laszlo and Omar stay where they are. I guess they're buddies now. I turn to my mother.
How are you feeling?
I've been grappling with this knowledge my entire life, you know. And today,
for the first time. It felt good to have someone on my side. Not just knowing, but acting.
That's probably the nicest thing she'll ever say about me.
But I regret the way I spoke to Jade. She's done so much for this community, and I respect her work. It's just that...
She breaks off abruptly.
I don't want to influence you. I don't want to influence anybody.
I'll have a chat with them. Don't wander off, okay?
She smiles as I step away from her. Oh, God. Well, actually, it says here I can speak to all 4 of them, so... Yeah, I guess let's start with one of them, I guess. Let's start with... I mean, it says 4, so we're starting with all of them, but I guess I should really talk to Nora.